all the leaves are kind of a shade of red, orange, and yellow. And the sky is not gray, it's rather blue, which means it's hardly the worst of times. And indeed, it may well be said that it is in fact the best of times, because it's time for me to record the Jeff Vicario show to be broadcast on the amazing SLE radio in late September on a Tuesday. Anyway, I got some great music. Let's just agree on that. And I had some cause for reflection in the aftermath, such as it was, of the last show that came out, which would have been show number 18. And I did something I hadn't done before. I listened to it with my significant other. And certain things about it were in stark relief, if that is the expression that I'm looking for about it, namely that I should really be quiet when I need to be quiet, and also that I definitely should try not to be funny, because that doesn't seem to work, or at least it gets a little bit tiresome with the same jokes every time. What am I saying? I'm saying that oh yeah, and another thing I realized, that I really gotta stop playing my own music on the show, which I already did because show 19 didn't feature any, and that's how it's gonna be going forward. Otherwise, well, yeah, I mean, listening to yourself speak in the company of somebody else, somebody that you care about, is actually a horrible experience, because everything that's wrong, you hear it differently than compared to like when you just listen by yourself. So if it were the case that I only did this because I thought it was so much fun listening to myself, I would have stopped. But fortunately or unfortunately, the main reason I do this is because recording it is such fun. So, yeah, show 20, this is showing no signs of stopping. Oh, that was a bird. I'm on the balcony. There are no seagulls yet, but I'm sure they're going to show up anytime soon. And The Less Dead, featuring, or indeed The Less Dead and Sapphira V, are the first artists that we're going to hear on the show. The song is called Catch Me. It's a recent release. And an amazing piece of music. And an amazing... What the hell is that even English? It is an amazing piece of music, and let's have a listen on SLEradio.com. was The Less Dead featuring Sapphira V with a song called Catch Me. It was quite lovely. I've had The Less Dead on the show before in June, late June. Played their song Creature Comforts. And this was just more of the same goodness that they bring with some of the amazing vocal stylings of Sapphira V thrown into the mix. Just a very sort of melancholy. The lyrics had a little bit of a, like, if I heard correctly, that throwing myself somewhere bit was a bit dark, but I liked. I suppose it was metaphorical, dealing with the catch me idea of it. It was great, and I liked the cover art for that single. By the way, it somehow reminds me of this computer game. It's called 13, based on the comic of the same name. I think. As ages ago, I have that game in a box somewhere, and the cover art kind of reminded me of that. Anyway, The Less Dead featuring Sapphira V, always a delight to hear new music from them. Thank you for letting me play it on the show. Moving on, I have been neglecting to play Finnish music on the show. Why is that? Well, because I honestly don't give a hoot about nationality, so I will play whatever music I feel like playing. I obviously do not care where you're from. But as it happens, I've got 3 Finnish artists on the show. I think that pretty much doubles the amount, or triples, in fact, quadruples. I think I've played like Millennium Folk, and that's about it. Before, anyway, seagulls. There are no seagulls here, so that sort of bit of ambience is missing. However, you're gonna hear some seagulls soon, because I'm gonna play you something all brand spanking new. This is Kizunaut, the amazing artist from this fair city that I am residing in currently, and he's here somewhere too. I don't know where. I've never met him, but he's a great dude. He sent me his the press kit and stuff for his new record, which is called The City by the Sea. And I'm obviously gonna play you the title track. Right now, this is The City by the Sea, and it is by The Irrepressible and also Kizunaut. Enjoy it while it lasts. Yes, seagulls coming your way right about now. Well, that came on like a new romantic classic song from the from the early 80s, sung by someone like Cloud from Smack. Well, there's a tidbit for you. Does anybody remember Smack? Not the drug, the band. Oh, one of those 80s Finnish hard rock bands that relocated into the city of Angels and promptly self-destructed. Anyway, that was the title track. Indeed, the first song from the album by the master himself, Kizunaut. Great. Well, I mean, you kind of know that if when he releases something, it's going to be good. And, you know, I was not disappointed in the least. And I do like the idea. Kind of, it makes a weird kind of sense to listen to somebody sing about this city that I also reside in, and kind of saying, "Oh, I'm looking out at the sea," and I'm like, "Yeah, yeah." So am I. Well, there's actually an apartment building right where the sea would be from where I'm looking. I should go to the other room to look at the sea. What has that got to do with me? Nothing. But I was going to say something. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I kind of... this is a special connection for me to Kizunaut's music, because back when I started getting into electronic music, synthwave and the lot, he was probably the first artist that I listened to, or the second, most likely the first. And I was drawn into him not because of his music, but because of his t-shirt designs. That's the first thing I actually acquired. It was a Kizunaut t-shirt. And I did listen to the music as well and thought this was pretty much amazing. I started sharing it around to friends and like, do you know this artist? Because he's amazing. But yeah, it's been a long time coming, this new record, and it's great that it's finally here, and so happy and honored that I got to share it with everybody out there that's listening to the Jeff Vicario Show. This is SLE Radio. And on that note, let's move on to the next Finnish artist who also released a new record yesterday. That is September 28th. Yes, yesterday. When you're listening to this, obviously, I'm recording this way ahead of schedule, so the release is still far away. The Fair Attempts, I got in touch with them last week because I was listening to their Carnal Insect album, which is pretty killer, and asked if I could play something from that on the show, and I got a reply saying, well, we have a new album out. Would you like to play something from that one? And so here we are. This is the first song from the album by The Fair Attempts, which came out yesterday, as I said, and this song is called Dream Engine. It's the first song. I haven't listened to it, but hopefully you have. But in case you haven't, you're going to hear it the first time, right now, on SLE Radio. the fair attempts with the dream engine. That went through a bunch of different moods, most of them dark, all of them dark, probably. Like kind of like what was that, like a goth wave type of thing. Yeah, here's another Finnish band reference. It's kind of like the 69 Eyes singer, but whoever sings with the fair attempts actually sounds a lot better. But don't tell the guy who sings in 69 Eyes. I don't want some dude dressed up as a vampire, behind my door complaining that I dissed him on a show that 5 people listen to. But that was a kick-ass song, the first song from the record. Now that I should remember the name of the album, I don't, but that's just typical of me. Maybe I should check, or maybe I shouldn't. That was a great song. Kind of makes you want to go out in the middle of the night, walking on empty streets and kind of trying to look all moody and mean and stuff. Anyway, there was nothing at all whatsoever amiss or wrong about that song. I haven't listened to the rest of the record yet. I kind of wanted to do it in a chronological fashion. First listen to the first song and then move on, as you do with an album. I am very much in favor of listening to full records and making albums. I'm not a singles guy. Not the movie. Well, that movie had a great soundtrack. Birth Ritual. Sunshine Butterflies. That's a good way to follow up a dark Finnish song by the Fair Attempts. So we're going to listen to some Clare, Estelle. And the intriguingly named the Voublys. And the song is called Sunshine Butterflies. It's been out for a while, but I finally got around to playing it. So here it is. SLEradio.com is playing this song for you right now.
Sunshine butterflies are lifting me higher. In place my passion is love, desire. Even the hurt or the hate even feel. 'Cause baby, I just wanna feel you near. All I needed was a perfect friend. Honesty on which I can't depend. I wanna touch you, yeah. I wanna love you, ooh. I
what do you get when, Diamond Dogs era David Bowie writes a glam rock song and gets Kate Bush to sing it? You get Sunshine Butterflies by Clare, Estelle, and the Voublys. I tried to kind of figure out how to pronounce that. I even asked Claire, but then she admitted that she didn't know. So there you go. Anyway, what a fun time, kind of playful, quirky, cool song. I love the guitar tone on it. Being a guitarist, whenever anybody gets that really good sort of rollicking, cool rhythm sound, distorted rhythm sound that it's not overly distorted but kind of rings out like a cool, like a Strat thing, or whether it's a Telecaster, who the hell knows? I don't, but I very much enjoyed listening to that, and well, of course I did. This is such a redundant thing to say. That's one of the things that bothered me about the show that I listened to, was this it's kind of annoying when you listen to yourself and your main takeaway is shut up, please shut up, don't talk, and don't try to be funny. It doesn't work. Well, it works maybe like once out of every 20 attempts it almost lands, but you know, it's not stand-up comedy. Just play the songs and get the hell out. And that was my advice to myself. Anyway, MOULE, again, with the pronunciation, I should know already. I've played him a bunch of times. This is Citadel. He's, well, by the time you're listening to this, it's probably... Okay, let's start over. This is his most recent release, I think, as of when I'm recording this. But by the time you hear it, I'm sure he's already released like 15 songs, because he's crazy. Let's be honest here. He's a madman. A total lunatic. But he makes great music. So, yeah, exactly. Great musics from MOULE, again, with the pronunciation. This song is called Citadel. Enjoy it. That's a command. It's not, I'm not asking, I'm telling you to enjoy it. Yeah, right. What did I tell you? Didn't I tell you? Yes, I did. This man is crazy, but he makes crazy good music. Oh, well, that didn't go well. But the song did go well. That was MOULE with Citadel. I love that word, Citadel. It reminds me of a computer game I used to play, which it was a terrible game, but the aim of it was to like find citadels and then defend them, and I never could because it was a terrible game. Anyway, I was kind of odd and moody and kind of terrifying. That rhythm and the central theme of it was kind of like something ominous is going to happen. Dun 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 dun. Kind of like sort of, it had a certain like a dark nursery rhyme kind of feel to the melody, and it's like, yeah, you know, an evil clown is going to jump from the tree and frighten you to death anytime soon, or maybe not. I love glitchy synth sounds. That sort of crazy glitchy thing that was going on here and there. I love that style. And if ever you need proof that you only really need GarageBand and a vivid imagination to create incredible, unique music, then that is all the proof you need. Because that was indeed created on GarageBand. And I am somewhat envious. But that's beside the point. Treason of the Monarchy is on point. And this song that we're going to hear is also called Treason of the Monarchy. They were just recently, well, when you're listening to this, it was a couple of weeks ago. They were on Joe's podcast, Limbocast. Do find that episode. I haven't listened to it myself. I have too little time to listen to podcasts, unfortunately. But they were on there, and you're going to hear a song from them now. And shout out to John Warwick. Thanks for sending me this. This is Killer on SLE Radio. This is the Vicario show, but you probably knew that if you've made it this far.
Treason, bang 'em in the tower. Reason, 'cause I own the power. Treason, make 'em all understand. Reason, 'cause I own the fucking land. Lions were the standard when Britannia ruled the waves. We come for what we wanted, and we made you all our slaves. Cut the diamonds off my tiara, the gold upon my chains. Worth more than all of your dreams. I'm the longest of my reign. Treason, bang 'em in the tower. Reason, 'cause I own the power. Treason, make 'em all understand. Reason, 'cause I own the fucking land. A palace needs a new lick of paint. I'll take your income tax. You're all my fucking subjects. I'll hold you on the rack. Our blood is blue. We are better than you. You know that. Now chant my name. I rule this land forever. Amen, my lord. Treason, bang 'em in the tower. Reason, 'cause I own the power. Treason, make 'em all understand. Reason, 'cause I own the fucking land. Think of us as your misfits, but you haven't got a clue. We don't understand you and what the fucking hell you do. You never give us greetings, just stand in line and wave. Then you throw your fucking flowers when we're heading to our graves. Treason, bang 'em in the tower. Reason, 'cause I own the power. Treason, make 'em all understand.
Treason of the Monarchy. Oh, what a... Oh, I'm not gonna swear anymore. We may be in trouble because that song just came out during the first half of the show, which is... It's before 9 p.m. I'm sorry. I didn't really think this through, but to hell with it. Let it fly. Thought that was just the right kind of attitude. It kind of reminds me of seeing... What was that band that I saw last year? It was a punk band. Oh, come on. It was one of those classic punk bands from the UK. They've been going since the 70s. What the hell was the name? I forget. Anyway, they were doing a gig in my other hometown of Tampere a year ago. And I just lucked out, saw them. They had a similar kind of vibe, that attitude and the delivery and the sense of fun. It's like, yeah, this is the message. Treason, bang him in the tower. But then it's kind of delivered with it. Well, I don't know. I just had a good time listening to it. And on that note, thanks to John for sending me. That was Treason of the Monarchy with a song called Treason of the Monarchy. And since we're speaking on that, the next song is actually... it's not going to be punk, but the name is Resist, so it kind of fits the theme. Resist is the new song from none other than the Zeropoint projects, featuring Lohrd Snowh on the vocals. Yes, the winter is not coming, but Resist is here now on this show, and yeah, let's listen to it. This is terrible, isn't it? But there you go. That's what you shined up for. Beep. Dear listeners, both of you, you just heard the best song anybody's released in 2020. That small, short burst of laughter at the end just capped a perfect song by an amazing artist. Easily the best song I've heard from the Zeropoint projects ever, and that's a tall order since he's pretty amazing even on a bad day. I should know, I've collaborated with him. Hi, Craig. Anyway, that was the Zeropoint projects featuring Lohrd Snowh. That's spelled Lohrd, Snowh. Do find her on Twitter and elsewhere because that voice is nothing short of amazing. That kind of jazzy, easy vibrato that she can just add there. And the way it was recorded, the way it was mixed into it, it was just perfect. How she manages to sort of straddle the line between the minor and major key, kind of like adding into that sort of dark texture, background texture, in a melody that it's just on the cusp of like you're not really sure is it actually kind of like happy? I don't know, but it allow me to reiterate that it was the best song I've heard by anyone this year, and certainly easily the best song from the Zeropoint projects. Ahead of release, actually, this song is coming out later this week. I believe maybe October 1st, whichever day Friday is. I don't know because I'm recording this in mid-September. Confused. So am I frequently. But what an absolute pleasure it was to have that song. I heard an earlier mix of it a while back, a few weeks back, and I've even seen bits of the video which Craig was putting together for it, and I would love to predict great things for that. And what the hell, that's gonna go over great. That's gonna be celebrated as one of the great songs of this year. Allow me to just throw it out there. And if I'm the only one who thinks this, then screw you guys. I'm going home, as Cartman would say, and let's move on to the next song. The Alien Cormorant was featured about a month ago, 2 months ago. I don't know. I've been doing this for 4 months, but it feels like forever, in a good way. Anyway, I played his stuff before. That was a collaboration with Cecilia Miradoli, I think. But this is the Alien Cormorant and Gold Mass. And the song is called Opaque. Opaque. Pronunciation. Yes. This is going incredibly badly. And what's even more annoying is somebody constantly berating themselves for doing badly. So it's a never-ending loop of very bad radio on sluradio.com. That's Jeff Vicario show. Who else? What else?
My impressions from the journey. So many faces. So many words. Be enough for us one day when everything will be fragments and memories my glass core. If only you could see my glass core. If only you could see my glass core. If only you could see my glass core.
The Alien Cormorant and Gold Mass, a song called Opaque, and a very fitting title for a very mysterious and intriguing song. Kind of proggy in a sense. It was a nice sort of interlude because it never went into full power mode with the rhythm section. It was just kind of what's the word? Kellua in Finnish. To stay afloat. Floating, exactly. Yes, I should probably speak Finnish more on the show. It was kind of floating pleasantly, but with a dark undercurrent. I loved the guitar arpeggios. I love the sort of broken down chords played against open strings. As weird as you can get it, but still make it sound beautiful. That's very much to my liking, and the vocals fit it. It was like a palate cleanser, in a sense. It kind of brought me down to a more meditative frame of mind on this fine Saturday morning. Let's face it, it's morning. I usually record in the morning because that's where I actually have some energy. If I ever did this show like after 3 o'clock in the afternoon, it would be a bleep show, you know. And you can imagine how bad that would be. Well, I'm going off on this tangent again. Let's not go there. I promised myself I wouldn't talk as much and just focus on introducing the songs and, if possible, saying something not constructive as much as like just something nice. Yeah, Burning Pile is the name of the next song. It's from WeatherInHum. The WeatherInHum, they were on the show not too long ago, actually, maybe in August. Or late June. Well, it was in August. Let's agree on that at least. And that song was very good, as is indeed this one. And it is called Burning Pile. And you're gonna hear it now. Oh, this is SLEradio.com. And possibly YouTube. You never know.
Some girls and guys went walking on the eve of the burning pile. Some girls and guys went walking on the eve of the burning pile. Some of them also marched on the hill on the 45. 45, don't tell us they're our brothers. Don't tell us they're our friends to be denied. To be denied. Come this way, this is where they gather. They have no answer for you. They have no answer to that. They have no answer for you. Don't tell us they're our brothers. Don't tell us they're our friends to be denied.
The WeatherInHum, Burning Pile. Well, that started off like a kind of like an 80s style pop song, and then it ended up sounding like a weird kind of outtake. Well, not outtake, but you know, something from like a remix of something from Revolver or the White Album by the Beatles. I don't know. Weirdly compelling, insistent, and kind of. Well, it's always, to me, it's a brave artist that dares to write a song that has that kind of tension within it, contained within it, where there is not a lot of chord movement, and it's just based on a rhythm and just, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. It's that type of show. It's this type of insightful commentary that, you know, makes this show the success story that it has been. Again, this is not what I was going to talk about. Well, let's just go off on a tangent a little bit. I mean, I'm seriously wondering whether I should just stop, because the only, to my ears, the only good thing about this is that the music and the fact that it's fun to make it. But I seriously had some doubts about my performance as I was listening to myself, you know, a few weeks ago. It just kind of came across as inauthentic, sort of a weird combination of trying too hard and not trying at all, you know. And for some reason, the middle ground there is not a very good place to be. Oh well, let's just struggle on, shall we? What choice do we have in the matter? None whatsoever. Specky cult. No, spec cult. Sorry, what the hell was I? Let me check, because I don't want to be wrong. But I don't want to be wrong. That would be terrible. It's the worst. I'm on Twitter checking out the name of the band. Specky Cult. Yeah, that was the name of the band. And the song is called Phoney. Tony. Of course it is. And let's have a listen to some acoustic punk. That's the first two. Yes. SLEradio.com.
Bedroom rockstar, picking up your sock star, plastic gangster, stacking shells and Asda, underachiever, daydream believer, ripped jeans, late teens, microwave your baked beans. You wanna be a star, borrow your dad's car. You wanna touch the moon from your mom's bedroom. You wanna change the world. You wanna change the world. You wanna change the world. You wanna change the world, but your mom won't let you. Flop, Blackbeard, nice gear, no idea. Retro, punk rock, power in your buzzcock. Marshall Gibson, better eat your chips, son. Pampered bastard, mama's little prankster. You wanna be a star, borrow your dad's car. You wanna touch the moon from your mom's bedroom. You wanna change the world. You wanna change the world. You wanna change the world. You wanna change the world, but your mom won't let you. Walter Mitty from the inner city. Champagne lifestyle, lemonade on Fridays. Marxist smash tape, staying out really late. White teeth, fake tan, Halloween sooty band. You wanna be a star and borrow your dad's car. You wanna touch the moon from your mom's bedroom. You wanna change the world. You wanna change the world. You wanna change the world. You wanna change the world, but your mom won't let you. You wanna be a star and borrow your dad's car. You wanna touch the moon from your mom's bedroom. You wanna change the world. You wanna change the world. You wanna change the world. You wanna change the world, but your mom won't let you. You wanna change the world. What do you wanna do? You wanna change the world. What do you wanna do? You wanna change the world. What do you wanna do? You wanna change the world, but your mom won't let you.
Yeah, that's true. You got me. I wanted to change the world, but my mom was like, no. Yuck, you're not gonna do it. Just become a civil servant. But if you're gonna write songs revolving around some of the classiest and greatest chord changes, then make sure you're doing it as well as Specky Cult manage and do it, because they have an infectious sense of what's exactly right about music and what makes it fun, but not in a sort of ha-ha fun way. Well, that too, because those lyrics were pretty hilarious. But the ease with which they deliver is just amazing. There's not a hint of doubt about the way they just project. I'm pretty sure that seeing them live would be a treat. It's got to be a fun, massive sing-along, that kind of material. Oh, that was Specky called Phoney Tony. That name is... That just was... that was the main... That was the that's why I wanted to play it. I thought that name was kind of hilarious. But the song could have been awful, but it wasn't. It was great. Let me reiterate. That was a great piece of pop songwriting delivered with gusto by Specky Cult. Expect to hear more from them on this show. Tough on Fridays. Well, they're a band that's going places. That's pretty clear. I've been kind of following them along with everybody. Quite a few other people out there as well. I'm assuming because they have quite a bit of visibility and they've been played on like real radio shows. Quite unlike this one, which is rapidly being drilled to the ground by yours truly. But anyway, the song is called Out of the Blue, The Deep End, and it is from an album called A Fantastic Way to Kill Some Time. Out now, all over the place. Go get it. This is Tough on Fridays on SLEradio.com. Tough on Fridays from the album A Fantastic Way to Kill Some Time. That was Out of the Blue, The Deep End. A fantastic piece of pop songwriting there from Tough on Fridays. Very kind of remember the first time I heard them among the many dozens of talented artists that I've discovered in the last year or so that I've been involved in the indie Twitter community, and that was a pleasure to finally play them on the show as well. They have their own thing going, you know, and I hope and wish and in fact kind of believe that they're gonna go some dizzying heights going forward. And let's go back to some more sort of rather electronic stylings. This is a new discovery for me. This is an artist called DJ Uchuu. He's got an album out. It's called Eldham, Ealdhamm, kind of like John Hamm, the actor. Madman, that was pretty good. The first couple of, well, you know, got kind of stale towards the end, but that was a weird and misogynistic and actually quite awful show. Let's not talk about Madman. Let's talk about DJ Uchuu. I picked a song from the album Eldham. This is called Bordering Yorkshire. Well, you have to play a song with that kind of title. It's just mandatory. So every DJ out there, if you're listening, you have to play this song. It's in the constitution of whichever country you reside in. I'm pretty damn sure. Anyway, DJ Uchuu, Bordering Yorkshire. DJ Uchuu, bordering Yorkshire. Quite possibly my favorite instrumental piece that I've heard in months, or speaking of like new instrumental pieces, probably, possibly even all year. There was something hypnotic about the way that song just floated in my consciousness. Again with the glitchy sounds. I love that broken down sound. The arpeggios, the way it had a almost like a folky feel in the melodies, playful and memorable, and above all, quite possibly the most beautiful piece of music since whenever. And I was being serious about the fact that everybody should play that. The constitutional bit was kind of like a lame joke. But yes, thank you to DJ Uchuu. Next time around, I'm gonna possibly even pronounce the name right, for allowing me to play, because it was amazing. I'm kind of speechless. But that is also probably due to the fact that I haven't been doing a very good job with the show so far. But let's not talk about that. That's such a boring subject. Let's talk about Dimi Kaye, because that's an artist that I'm happy to play you for the first time. I doubt that I've played a song from him. I did play the collaboration, the Ogster song from a couple of months back where he played guitar, as did I, but that's beside the point. This is a song from his forthcoming EP, or maybe it's out, I don't even know. I probably should, but I don't. The EP is called Mechanical Psyche, and the song is called Viral Vector. You should be aware that some amazing music is headed your way, and knowing Dimi Kaye's music, some guitar soloing is bound to be there. If not, then I'm going to be really disappointed. This is the Jeff Vicario show on its last legs, apparently, on SLEradio.com. defying expectations there. Dimi Kaye with no guitar solo on the song Viral Vector. Now, Jeff, you might ask, how come you didn't know there was no guitar solo there? Haven't you listened to the song? Well, not all the way through. I almost never do. And sometimes I don't listen to the songs at all. That's how I do this show. I want to surprise myself with the material. So, there you go. Without a doubt, a brilliant piece of songwriting from Dimi Kaye, regardless of the lack of guitar. Instead of a sort of sorrowful, introspective map of the mind map for anybody out there who's seeking to come up with a coherent way to end this sentence, because I'm clearly not doing a good job. I really am not. But Dimi Kaye, thanks for allowing me to play that song. I will, in the middle of all this waffle, want to emphasize that it was beautiful. And I'm looking forward to hearing the rest of the EP when it's eventually released. It may already have been released, but I haven't heard it. I've only heard that song. Thank you. And looking forward to the rest of it, as I just said. Redundant, that's my middle name, Jeff Redundant Vicario. Now, the third and last Finnish artist of the show is called Forwardman. One of those rare instances where somebody sent me a tweeted at me, as the saying goes, with a song saying, what do you think of this? The song is called Keep the Train Rolling. It is by Forwardman, a Finnish artist. As if that made any difference. It doesn't. It's just kind of like a fun coincidence that there was a convergence of them on this show. Have a listen. It's a bit different to the previous song, at least.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Every night, a little piece of me falls away. I go out walking to the streets, but my feet are made of clay. Got a feeling that I can't control, running in my head and burning in my soul. Well, I'm just a little lost inside. You can see it right through me. I could use some help tonight. I'm trying to keep the train rolling on. I spent the days restless in my room. I go out searching for a romance, end up howling at the moon. Well, I'm just a little short of light. Come on, little darling, don't leave me to the night. I wanna be a satellite, pushing through the crowd and leaping through the sky. I'm trying to keep the train rolling on. Now the river's floating and it's coming down on me. I'm alone, sick and tired of my own company. Another road is closed down here, I'm trying to move on. Lately it's been getting tough, it's hard to just stay strong. But I'm trying to keep the train rolling on. There comes a time when all this darkness passes. I'll be surrounded by my loved ones and my friends, and this train is rolling fast. But I need to buy myself some time, get my thing together and make it
peace of mind. I'm trying to keep the train rolling on. I'm trying to keep the train rolling. I'm trying to keep the train rolling. I'm trying to keep the train rolling on. Rolling on.
Forwardman, keep the train rolling. A very, very pleasant blast of classic pop songwriting there. I have to say that from the insistent eighth note feel of the bass and the rhythm and all the little keyboard and horn flourishes in the background, the piano and the guitar playing and the vocals, everything in its right place and sounding really, really cool. And I don't know, it sounds like a, you know, if I were to join a band that played that type of music as a guitar player, for instance, or a bassist, I'd love it. Just go in there and just kind of let the music carry you. And I don't know, I very much enjoyed it. Loved it, in fact. That's not something you're supposed to say to a fellow Finn, so I'm probably going to be in trouble. I'm going to be, like, deported for displaying something like a positive emotion to a fellow human being. That's not what you're supposed to do in this day and age of whatever it is. Another episode, another mention of Void Stare, but I'm not going to play his music this time. But I noticed on Twitter that he was bigging up this next artist, who is called ZITH, and I investigated based on this hearty recommendation, and liked what I heard. And you're going to hear a song from ZITH, spelled ZITH. It's called Phases, coming at you right now. I do believe my ears are bleeding. That was a textbook definition of the word punchy in terms of the production of it. Very dynamic and in your face or in your ears, however you choose to phrase it. But the composition, the rhythmic melodic movement, and the things that make a song, they were all in the right places or in the sea. I don't know. I liked it very, very much, and indeed loved it, because it's just the type of I'm always partial to a song that is more on the sort of sorrowful side of the fence, if indeed a fence exists between that which is joyful and that which is sorrowful. The best case scenario is something that straddles the line between them. But do you know what is extremely dangerous? The next song, by Leatherjacks. Some hard rock for ya. Wasn't going to play it actually, but I've been running a tight ship. That is to say, I have managed to talk slightly less, perhaps, so there was space for an extra song. And that song is by the Brazilian hard rock project band Leatherjacks. I played them before. This is another song from them, and let's have a listen. Because, you gotta have some hard rock. On Estelle Radio 2.
Extremely dangerous. To live in danger and the will to stay alive. There's a fear before the stranger and the fear you wanna die. Every night's a call to face the dangers all around. Everyone recalls puts your face into the ground. In the name of the enemy. Around his mom and animals, it's extremely dangerous. Rising up above the streets,
surely there must exist an 80s action movie starring Kurt Russell called Extremely Dangerous, and that is the title track from the soundtrack album. Surely that must be true. If it's not true, make it so. Or at least that should be from the soundtrack to the Strong Bad movie, Dangeresque. That was such a surprising song. I'm not sure if I didn't even listen to it because it was included on along with a bunch of other songs that now I forget the name of the mastermind behind Leatherjacks, because that is a one-man operation, believe it or not. That dude is one of the most talented musicians surely in existence. I mean, and the fact that he manages to sort of surprise and throw so many curveballs at you. Just when you think that you're gonna get some sort of stock hard rock, riff-a-rum on it, he does a pre-chorus with a piano in it and a goddamn cowbell and some of those sumptuous vocal harmonies in the background. And then there's so much character in the vocal on the the way he sings and enunciates, or whatever the hell. It was catchy and awesome. Yeah, textbook like 80s hard rock for sure, but with a hint of Boston and Def Leppard in there as well. You gotta have the light with the shade, not just like well, that's songwriting for you. Anyway, that was actually very cool. I should just listen to Leatherjacks a little bit more often. But lest we forget, Lord Nikon is here, and we are all drowning.
following is an important message for Matthew.
This is the following message from Lohrd, your healthcare district. In your county reports no coronavirus cases. The district continues to function at full capacity. We are doing everything we can to protect our community, which may include limiting visits to patients. Continue to wash your hands, cover your cough, and stay home whenever possible.
This is a message from Rural Health Clinic, located at 163 Pioneer Lane, Queasy, and Bishop. The following is an important message for Matthew.
This is the following message from Lohrd in your healthcare district.
Lord Nikon, we are drowning. And that is the sound you make when you are drowning. I would assume figuratively speaking. A darkened blast of dark wave from the master himself, Lord Nikon. I've had him on the show before. And that the previous song was called Draped in Soot, and this was We Are Drowning. So clearly we are plunging in the depths of the darker side of the human mind, which is exactly what I like on a sunny, if somewhat chilly day in September as I'm recording this show. It is almost noon. My battery is about to die, but luckily that was the second to last song. We have one more song to play. And then I will go away for a while and wonder whether I'm going to come back. Well, yeah, I am. I mean, I'm committed to at least one more show because I've got some songs. But with that in mind, I'm going to read. Let's check what I've got in store for you next week, which is October 6th. I'm going to be playing some Byron Smith, some new stuff from Charles Boulevard, another new song from The Cryptids Are All Right, some more Clare Estelle with John Warwick, a song from Basic Television, and on first one, we're going to be playing some death metal on the show. We're going to be playing some Vane, a great band out of Poland, pirate death metal. Let's look forward to that. And a brand new song from my favorite Dave in the world, Dave Moulter, not David Lee Roth. I would play a Dave's... Well, no, I wouldn't. Dave Lee Roth has been pretty bad for a long time, as evidenced by the latest Van Halen record. Yeah, I really liked it when it came out. 8 years ago, god damn it, I'm old. Feels like yesterday. That A Different Kind of Truth had some good songs on it. It was an interesting concept, but, you know, it has to be said that without Michael Anthony, you cannot have a Van Halen. Wolfgang Van Halen is a great musician and a great bass player, but he's just so wrong for that band. That was a choice they never should have made. You know, I've got firmly one foot in the Van Hager camp and one in the, you know, classic Van Halen camp. I like both with equal fervor or lack thereof. But why am I talking about Van Halen? Well, I've been wondering about this, so why not? Yeah, I think Mike Anthony was great. I've been listening to an old Van Halen like bootleg live record that somehow has slipped into Spotify. Check it out before somebody removes it because it's surely unlicensed or unlawful. Anyway, it's from I think 77, just before the first record came out, and man, they were a great band back then. Anyway, yeah, those were the bands that you're gonna hear next week at least, and plus some other stuff. And before I leave you with a song from Jib, I've been kind of meaning to check his stuff out for a while because he's very active on Twitter. So, you know, I'm always checking him. Look at like, oh, here's another tweet from Jib. But I never listened to his stuff. But I took the plunge because his song Skylark swam into my view on Spotify, and I thought, well, let's have a listen. And it was amazing. It just goes to show that, you know, you should just occasionally blah, 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 whatever. It's a great song. We're going to hear it now. But before we're going to listen to this amazing piece of music from Jib, again, it's called Skylark. I want to thank everybody on the show who's been on the show. Well, not all 250 artists, but the ones on this show. The Less Dead and Sapphira V, Kizunaut, The Fair Attempts, Clare Estelle and the Voublys, MOULE, Treason of the Monarchy, the Zeropoint Projects, and Lord Snowh. The Alien Cormorant and Goldmass, WeatherInHum, Specky called Tough on Fridays, DJ Uchuu, Dimi, Kaye, Forwardman, ZITH, Leatherjacks, And Lord Nikon, and now finally Jib. It's been one hell of a weird show. But there you go. That's, them's the breaks. Sometimes this stuff works and other times it doesn't. This time it didn't, but whatever the hell. I'll see you back next week. And be nice.